What's new? Anything?
Not really. Same
No.
old, I think. I just keep on tinkering with the guitars and playing the acoustic quite a bit. So
Yeah. Speaking of playing the acoustic quite a bit, I was actually going to cue it up and I totally forgot. Apparently, you were, I don't know if it was a Halloween costume or whatever, but apparently you were pretending to be Stevie Wonder playing the guitar.
me?
What?
Yeah, it's Mom sent me this video, and you're just like sitting there in the chair, just
Oh.
playing, and then you're just like you're sleeping.
I don't think Dad knew about that. I don't think he knew
I
that
know
she
he
was
doesn't.
recording.
I did not know that until after it.
Yeah, she sent it
And-
to me too, and I'm like, he just has his eyes closed. He's just
Yeah,
playing the guitar.
I was playing the guitar with my eyes closed. I normally do that.
Were you sleeping?
Well, not really, but I mean, I sort of like just I'm trying to concentrate on the finger picking and stuff like that. Getting pretty good at it, really.
I
So,
thought it sounded great. I mean, the first minute and 47 seconds or something like that, you could barely hear anything. You could just hear the furnace blowing.
Right, because I wasn't playing loud.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was cleared up.
All
Yep.
I could hear was the heater.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it sounds like a jet plane taking off every time.
Yeah.
It's so loud.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I totally took the video and I cut out that first minute and 47, minute and 50. So then it was only, I don't know, 20, 25 seconds, whatever, that you could actually hear. And I totally forgot about it. I meant to clean it up and actually play it, but lucky you. I totally
You should have
forgot.
photoshopped the video and put like sunglasses on Dad.
There you go.
Yeah, super meme. No, it
Yeah,
sounded really good. It really did. But it was funny because like you made one little mistake and you're just like, ah.
Yeah, because I was listening. I mean, I'm just trying to, I mean, it's not uncommon to hold a pick, and then just use your two, your three fingers to pick the other strings while you're playing. That's not uncommon. But this here is I'm using my thumb. I'm not using a pick. I'm just using my thumb, and I've got the other three fingers to do the picking. So it's a little weird for me at first, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
You want to get this show rolling?
Sure.
Let's go.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. I am one of your hosts. I am Tim. I'm here because it was kind of my idea to start this whole thing. On microphone number 2 is Rick, the finger picking, not nose picker, finger picking guy. You just heard that story. And then microphone number 3, that is Amanda. And she finally, I hear, has picked out the acoustic guitar that she wants to get.
I have.
That's kind of
With
exciting.
the help of Dad, because I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, I don't care. As long as it's a black acoustic guitar and it's a good, brand, then I'm good.
Right.
What makes you think I know what I'm doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go into the store and I'm like, that's a pretty color. I'll buy it. And then it takes, then we have to sit there and go through and do all the setup and everything. Why don't some of these stores take a little bit of time to do a setup?
Well, I think your big box stores, all they want to do is turn the equipment around. I think your ma and pa guitar places, I think you'll have a better chance of getting it set up correctly. I mean, I know there's a place in town. They actually do a setup on the guitars, and basically, I'm not saying a complete major setup, like they don't change the strings, but they'll lower the strings and make it playable so that when you walk in the door, it's at least decent. It's not, the strings are not 8 feet off the fretboard,
Right. Which, I don't know. I think, is there a price limit where if the guitar is $1,000 plus, they're going to throw a free setup in? Or is it just, hey, it's on the shelf. If you want it, take it. Buy it and take it.
It's on the shelf. Just go ahead and take it. That's the way they usually work it.
That's a bummer. Because I feel like that can destroy somebody's learning, is if the guitar is not set up correctly, no matter how much you try, it's just always going to be more difficult.
Yeah, I know that that really puzzles me a little bit because I think even if they spent another $25
Mm-hmm.
just to fix it up a little bit, just to make it more playable, I think would be much better. And I'm not saying change the strings or anything like that. Just make it strings closer. Just do a better job on the fret ends. Maybe cut down on the side, round off the fingerboard a little bit. I mean, it would make it more playable for the end user, you know.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. And we're going to talk more about some of the tools that will help, well, people like me, people like Amanda, learn how to play the guitar a little bit better. Rick already knows everything, so when he sits there and says that he's trying to learn finger picking, he already knows how to do it. He's just trying to, I don't even know what the word for it is.
Yeah, but
Downplay his abilities.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just trying to, you know what it is I decided I'm going to do the percussive finger style. And finger picking, okay, it is fairly easy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the percussive side of it that I really want to learn. And that's going to be hard because I'm not used to it. I've never done it before.
Yeah,
So-
the finger picking it's not too bad, I don't think. I mean, I'm nowhere near good, but I try. But yeah, you're right. You see the people that play and they do the finger picking and the tapping and make that percussion. I found the easiest way for me to do it is to play close to the corner of a desk or a chair, because then I can just be like, do, and then just bump into the chair, and that'll get the percussive sound.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't try that at home.
Yeah.
Anyway, real quick, did anybody watch the Super Bowl or hear about the Super Bowl?
I watched it.
I did as well.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I really didn't care much about the game, but I did watch it.
How could you not care about it? It was a great game
Yeah, I don't.
up until the end.
I think here's the highlight of the game. The national anthem, Chris Stapleton, highlight of the game. I actually had one person, because every year I have people over to watch the Super Bowl, and I had one person who apparently doesn't know that during the national anthem you should be quiet, and was trying to strike up a conversation.
Rude.
And a couple of us were like, dude, you need to zip it right now or get in your car and leave, because we all it's Chris Stapleton. We all wanted to hear this, and I think he blew it out of the water.
Yeah, we actually missed the national anthem, but we had to go back and I looked at a YouTube clip, and it was really good.
Yeah, now
It really was.
I didn't see it, but I did see the video clip of him playing, and I thought it was good too. I mean, it would have been a highlight. I would have watched it just for that.
Yeah.
Then I would have turned it off.
It was very moving for a lot of the players, though.
Yeah, it was super good. It was very simple. I think he just had his Telecaster and an amp. I mean, he might have had some effects. I don't know. But it was very, very simple. It was very good. And he was I think it was just under 2 minutes. So a lot of people lost that bet.
Yeah.
What was the bet?
Every year, especially in the past, since some artists have decided to unnecessarily put their own spin on the classic song, it's become 3-4 minutes long.
Right.
And so everybody bets the over that it's going to be over 2 minutes long or 3 minutes long or whatever.
Huh.
So
Right.
Interesting.
I tried to find that bet on the mobile betting app. I couldn't find it because I would have put $5 on the under. I figured he was going to keep it short, simple, and to the point, which he did.
Right. Well, I wonder who has the longest national anthem in the Super Bowl history.
Don't know.
We have the power of the interwebs. Chris Stapleton was at 2 minutes, 1 second. Jasmine Sullivan and Eric Church was at 2:16. Lady Gaga at 2:22. Alicia Keys was at 2:36.
Wow.
Anybody at the 3-minute mark?
No,
There's gotta be.
I'm not seeing anybody at the 3-minute mark.
That's not too bad then.
I thought there was one, and I don't see the name that I'm thinking of. Whitney Houston is the one that I was thinking of. That was forever long, but apparently not, because that, according to this, was at 1 minute and 56.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I feel like there was one that was 3 minutes long, but I could be wrong.
There's other games like the Thanksgiving Day game. When they do that, they've had musicians that really drag it out too.
Yeah, and maybe that's what I'm thinking
not in the
of.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
And then the Alicia Keys, was it? No, it was Rihanna, the halftime show. Didn't care for that at all.
No.
However, I do see reels on Instagram where they take a video clip from the show and they put like a different music in the background. It's quite funny.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, don't waste your time. But that's what everybody's talking about. So yeah, the Super Bowl halftime lives on.
Wow.
Commercials.
No, commercials were not good.
No, they
They were.
weren't.
I mean, if we had a game going to take a shot every time they mentioned there was a commercial for like an electric vehicle, I would have been 2 sheets to the wind. There were a lot of those, you know?
Yeah, the commercials were not very good at all. I didn't. Yeah. Well, and I knew. I said from the beginning, we just can't be funny anymore. Not like we
No.
used to be.
Yeah, they used to be good, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah. So you found a record or something?
Yeah, last weekend we went to the coast and we found we went to an antique shop and we ended up finding a vinyl record, Chet Atkins.
Oh.
And we just saw, this guy on the front of the record, just, older record, playing the guitar, black and white. And we ended up just opening up Spotify right there. We were looking through the records and brought Chet Atkins up and we were listening to it and we're like, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're like looking into him and, he's kind of like a freestyle, kind of old, country western guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and then I watched some YouTube videos about him and apparently he's like self-taught. He openly admits that nobody taught him how to play and the way he plays is wrong, but it's the only way he knows how to play. So that was kind of interesting.
If you can play and people will listen, is it wrong?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I don't think it is. I think he's a great player. His techniques and style might be unusual, but that's the way he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a thing where he has a pick on his thumb. It's like a curved pick.
Yes.
So he's always like using the pick on like the top string and then what is it? Finger picking the rest?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting.
There's a lot of people that do that. A lot of people use it's a wraparound thumb pick that a lot of people use, and it works. But, here, different strokes for different folks. That's all I can say. Some people like it, some people don't.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You like vinyl, which is weird to me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in the family, you're the youngest. I don't think that record players were too cool when you were a kid.
No. I don't think so. I think I don't even know when I first got one. I think my husband got me it for Christmas a long time ago. And then in the process, between Iowa and then moving here, we had left the record player and the speakers at mom and dad's because we didn't have enough room. And we went back for Christmas. We had enough room to finally bring it back with us. So now that we have it, we're like, let's get more records. So we're kind of always on the lookout for antique shops with, cool
So
vinyl.
what-
And I did find a George Michael vinyl, and I was like, he did exist. Because you know how you're talking about him, about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I was like,
yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah,
He
but if you
existed.
listen to it, you'll probably recognize every single song.
Probably. I just didn't recognize the name, but
So what's so great about listening to vinyl? Because I've never really been into. I like my music digitally. It took me a long time to get there. I like CDs, but now it's like I can have a bazillion songs in my pocket.
that's true. Yeah, it's just about the sound. It's a different kind of sound. It's kind of like Dad knows. I mean, he grew up in the era where that's all you had was vinyl.
That's correct.
And it's just like a scratchy, vintagey sound. And it's a vibe. If I can say what the Gen Z kids say, it's a vibe.
Okay. Hey, there's a lot of people that are into vinyl, and there's companies that if they sell enough records or whatever they call it, they'll produce in vinyl today.
Yeah.
So
Vinyl's coming back.
It is most artists. I mean, even Tay-Tay, she releases everything on vinyl. And I mean, that's a little different because to me, the music is so new, it doesn't really have that sound, as opposed to like an original vinyl from,
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Whatever.
good point. That's a good
Yeah.
point. Did you steal the Michael Jackson Thriller album from back home?
No. Do you have that, Dad?
Don't know.
He
If
probably
you
doesn't
have,
even
if
know.
you still, I know you've changed entertainment centers, but I know the
Right.
old entertainment center, in the bottom, you had a whole stack of records.
I don't think they're there
Yeah.
anymore.
And
don't think so.
one of them was the Michael Jackson Thriller album. That's the only record I ever remember.
Yeah, I've been wanting to look through Mom and Dad's record collection so that I can steal some, but Mom won't let me because they have a record player. It doesn't work anymore, but just in case it works someday, she wants to keep the vinyl records. And I'm like,
Wait.
but you're not using it.
Wait a second. It does work.
No, she said the needle's bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I can get a cartridge for it.
Well, it's been years and you haven't. So
Well, it's like the furthest thing from my mind. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying.
if it needs a cartridge, I can get a cartridge. That's not.
I feel like
think-
that's something you should probably do after we're done recording today.
I think it's
won't.
a sure cartridge in there. I wonder if I can still get the needle.
I mean, do you even have speakers anymore for it? It's not even set up.
What? I got
It's
speakers.
not set up. Yeah, but it hasn't
mean-
been set up in years.
I got some monitors in my studio here.
There you go.
Sure.
Yep. Those are speakers.
I don't
and
know if
can
they'll
also,
hook up to an old record player. What does a record player even go for?
I don't know.
You
Probably-
can get a cheap one for like 99, and then on up. I think ours was like 150.
I could probably hook up the.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
How much are they?
I'm going on the Bezos net here, and there are some that are 60 to $100, but they look like they're 60 to $100 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start getting around the $130 on up is when they start to look like actual legitimate record players.
Yeah. And they can get expensive when you get into like the turntables and all that
Right.
type of stuff.
Yeah, and also the cleaning equipment you need for the record itself,
Mm-hmm.
the LP vinyl,
Yep.
because they do sell kits to keep them clean, so you keep dust off of them. The needle lasts longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could probably get the record player out and hook it into my my audio interface here. It'll probably work.
Well, not if
Audio.
not if the needle needs replaced.
Yeah.
Well, it'll just make a lot of like a. I mean, hey,
You can't
nothing's
hear
perfect.
this. This is Barry Manilow.
Yeah. Or you'll hear a lot of scratching in it. Yeah, scratchiness.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think you got something to work on.
Yeah, but the problem is, Mom wants it in the living room, not in my studio.
You don't
Well.
have the space for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Get rid of
I-
it. Get rid of it.
Oh,
Purge. Let things go. It's 2023.
I
You know?
I can build something.
Okay, that's
all right,
gonna
let's
take.
move on. To,
Yeah, that's gonna take forever. Aren't we still waiting on Tim's crib?
We are.
Yeah.
I'm still getting the measurements.
Well,
Wow.
I'm 72 inches.
72 inches now. See, now I got to take it apart.
71. I just like a little bit of headroom.
Yeah. See, now I got to take it apart because it was only like 24.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to build 3 of them and put them together.
Right. Do you still need the drop gate on it? I don't know.
Yeah, you sure do.
Just so we can get out night and get some chicken nuggies.
There you
There
go.
you go.
All right. Well, that was a great trip down that memory lane.
Yes.
Dad, you wanted to talk a little bit about some tools and we have a plethora of different tools that we can talk about, but we decided to kind of separate it a little bit and, do, a specific set of tools this episode, another set of tools on another episode. And we decided ultimately we're going to talk about some resources that'll help you learn how to play guitar.
Yeah, I decided to go out and investigate and look around I started out with about 30 or so and then narrowed it down based on a lot of different things. And, I guess I was very subjective to what I was looking for. And I tried to put together a little list here, and I'm just going to go over it and talk about it. Some of the things here we'll talk about whether it has a free trial or it's paid. Well, I'll put it to you this way: everything's paid, but some of them do have free trials. Some of them actually have free stuff on there, and basically a price range as of today. These are the prices. Later on down the road, they could go up or down, and also the level that you're at playing guitar. So I guess we can let's talk about the first one I got there. And
Well, before we do that, I just want to point out that none of these are sponsoring the show or anything like that. These are just tools or resources that you found that are actually pretty good.
Literally,
Yes, yeah.
no one is sponsoring this show. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Yeah. So until we say differently, nobody is sponsoring this show.
Okay, yeah, that's the truth. The first one, Guitar Tricks. I have this. This is in no particular order, but these are just websites that I found out there that were interesting to me, and it has a price range of like $19.50 to $179. I think the $19.50 is a monthly charge, and the $179 is a yearly charge, and basically it's for all levels. It's got a mobile app. Mobile app is pretty decent.
Yeah, so it looks like a 14-day free trial.
Yes, it does, I believe. One thing that's nice about this site, it does have lessons for beginners. It does have some lessons for experienced, well, I'm going to say intermediate. And then evidently they have a song library that's pretty extensive, up to 1,000 songs that they have in there, which is, I guess, super nice if I mean, that's the way I learned. I learned from songs. I went out and I listened to the radio, AM, FM radio, found a song that I really like and downloaded the song and listened to it and eventually played it.
See,
so I like learning
that to me is crazy because I can't do it. I have to sit there and find at least tab, and then once I have the tab,
right,
then I can listen to it and play along and figure out, like, okay, I know I'm in this chord, and then figure it out. But as far as just being able to listen to something and pull the chord out of thin air, that's wizardry.
No, not really. You'll get used to it. It just takes some time.
See, that's what I'm doing with trying to decide what song I want to learn how to play first. I'm just picking out something that I like, and to me it sounds easy, but it's probably super, super difficult.
Right.
Like, to my untrained ear, I'm like, I'm going to learn that in 5 minutes. I know that's not the case at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. And then it also has different things, like you can learn acoustic, you can learn blues, rock, and country on the site. So it's actually pretty decent for what it is, And then now to be perfectly honest with you, that particular site I have never used. I've looked at it. It interests me, but I figured that I would mention it anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of pulling up these websites as you're talking about them, and I'll do my best to include the websites in the show notes. But yeah, a lot of these I've never used. I've heard of a lot, but I've never used them. And I'm just out here on guitartricks.com. The website is very, very nice.
Yes, it is. That it is. And then the next one, Trufire. Now, this one has been around for a while. And a long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, they do have some free stuff out there. And the free stuff they have is pretty good. It's not too bad. And I've downloaded and looked at some of the free stuff and used it. But they do have, let me see, I think they do have an app for yes, they do have an app for the iPhone, and I believe it has an app for the Android.
Oh, interesting. So one of the educators on this site is Joe Bonamassa.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why I got, what happened was I was going to say, a long time ago, the site was sort of, I mean, they were doing stuff, putting stuff out there, but it wasn't just my style. And then all of a sudden they started getting, Joe Bonamassa out there. Tommy Emmanuel is another one that's an instructor out there. So a lot of that interests me. So that's what happened. They do have some free stuff. What's nice about this is you can also pay for a yearly pass, they call it, where I think you can download just about anything, or you can view anything, or you can actually purchase the lesson from them, and they're fairly reasonable, especially if they're on sale. So I like to own the lesson. I don't like to, in other words, pay a monthly fee and then all of a sudden you sort of forget about it. And there's 2 or 3 months you go by, you don't do anything on the site, So I'd rather just have the whole lesson.
Yeah, I agree with that 100% because maybe you subscribe to something for a year, and then maybe afterwards something happens, you can't afford it, or you've kind of outgrown that. It's kind of nice to have that stuff downloaded and kind of in your storage, so you
Right.
can refer to it later.
Right. Some of the artists out here, like you mentioned, Joe Bonamassa, Craig Koch is another unbelievable guitarist that you should listen to.
Is there any metal?
Huh?
Is there any metal?
Oh yeah, there's metal somewhere. Tommy Emmanuel is another one. Let me see, Robin Ford. He's good too. Let me see. Oh, Tom Pearson. We'll get to his website later on. He's really good. Corey Congelio.
No idea. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only ones I recognized was Joe Bonamassa and Stevie Vai.
Right. Let me see. Who else is here? Larry Carlton. He's another good one. Steve Vai is on here.
Yep.
There's and that's about. I mean, there's others on here, maybe not so known as those, but that's what really attracts people to this site.
Yeah, it looks like they do a 14-day free trial, or you can do $29 a month, or $249 for a year.
Right.
As of today.
Yeah, don't they have something where you can purchase the lesson?
Yeah, they do. That's what it looks like. So you can log on, and it looks like 20% discount on purchases. So I don't know if that means you can, as a member, you can view it and work through it on the website, but if you want to download it, you have to purchase it. I don't know.
I think if you're a member, if you're paying either the monthly or the yearly pass or the access fee, you can. I don't know if you have the ability to download, but you might be. I mean, that's something that if somebody's interested, they can contact the website and ask.
Yeah, and here's my thing though, and almost all of these, and I guess I'm getting a little bit ahead, but almost all of these have a mobile app. So if you've used any of these in the mobile form, or even if one of our listeners has, let us know, because that's one thing that always frustrates me is using the website, great. On the phone, horrible.
Yeah.
I just haven't found anything yet that is good on mobile.
Trufire, I have the mobile app, and it's okay. I'm not going to say it's fantastic. It's hard to stop and start over and back up a little bit. Seems a little hard for me. So, but what are you going to do? The next one is Jam Play. I've used this one before too. Haven't used it. Haven't been out there in a long time, but a lot of stuff out there. A lot of different artists that you can get. They have real songs. They have a learning area, and they also have different plans. They have a monthly plan, which is $14.95, and they have an annual plan, which you pay one time, but it turns out to be $13.33. It's a little bit of a discount.
Yeah, I'm just looking. It looks like they have blues. They have fingerstyle. They do have metal. 275 lessons in 13 courses, if you're into that.
Yep.
Or if you just want to play your Celtic or your Brazilian, or, I mean, they even have gospel, jam band, funk. They have quite a wide range of genres.
Wow.
Yep, they do. Yeah, they say on the website here they got 450 plus guitar courses, 9,347 guitar lessons. There's 137 instructors, and songs they got 183. So and students served. 500,000 is what they got on the website here. So
they do. Looks like they do monthly rewards and giveaways.
They do. And let me see. They have stuff. You can also learn lead guitar, blues essentials, rock essentials, country essentials, finger style, and folk. And then singing and studio essentials. I guess that's something new for them. Well, maybe not new, but that's something that they offer, which I'm interested in the studio stuff. But
Yeah, and it looks like a monthly membership is $14.95 a month, and or you can do an annual, which is $13.33. So you save what, $15 by basically you get 1 month free. I'm assuming.
yeah, that's probably what it works out to.
Looks like they got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Then the next one is you have more experience with this one. This is Fender Play. I really haven't used it.
Yeah, Fender Play, it's not bad. I like what Fender Play does more on social media than they actually do within their app. And I've said this before, is Fender Play really starts at, I just bought my first guitar. I have no idea what I'm doing. The longest lesson, at least it felt like the longest lesson, was how to tune your guitar. And you have to watch it, because if you don't, and you don't get the credit for it as you progress through either your blues, your rock, or I think country. There's like 3 different categories. It's not horrible, but I don't think it's great. And this is another one again that is much better on the computer than it is on the phone, in my opinion.
All right. So what you're saying here is, for what I understand, is that it actually walks you through, and you may know how to tune your guitar, and you may want to skip over it, but in order to get credit, you still have to go through it.
That's the way it used to be, at least. I don't know if that's still the way it is today. I know that was one of the complaints that a lot of users were using, is that you had to, in order to get credit for that lesson, you had to let the video play out.
Okay.
And there's a lot of companies, because it's the software. It's nothing that they can do unless change the software.
That's like a mandatory HR course that you have to take at work.
Right. Yeah.
Like you can't go the next module until you finish that one and you get your credit at the end.
Yep.
How annoying.
100%. And they may have changed it. I know that last I used it, I think they had some skip functionality in there. But again, I feel that that's really designed for the absolute beginner, and it builds you up, and then you get to a certain point, and then there's really not a whole lot of reason to stick around.
So it doesn't let you start at like intermediate or anything like that.
Last I knew it didn't. It was kind of like you basically just choose your genre, and then once you choose your genre, it was this course that you worked your way through. And for me, what I didn't like, and I've said this before as well, is the songs that they're building you up to learn, I don't care about. I would never listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably haven't been in Fender Play for a year and a half. I should make sure I'm still not paying for it.
There you go. That's what I don't like about the monthly plans. You sort of forget about it, and then you got the subscription going, and I mean, it's okay if you're learning stuff, and I'm fully for, don't get me wrong, I'm fully for supporting the artist or the teacher in their efforts, but I would like something for my money too. I mean, I don't want to 2 years and not do anything on their website, and yet they're charging me for it.
No, 100%, and that brings me to another topic that I won't start it, but I'm going to write it down so I remember.
Okay. All right. Next website, I think it's called, if I pronounce this wrong, I am sorry, Guitareo?
Yeah, Guitareo.
Yep.
Guitareo.
Yep. And they have, it appears that they do guitar, but then they also have, they have piano lessons too. And,
Hey, do they have harmonica lessons? Tim, did you start playing your harmonica?
Yeah, there you go.
So there is actually a lot of resources out there, there's a few YouTubers that give you the basics. Haven't mastered that.
Oh no.
The problem is I want to say it's a woodwind instrument because you play it by breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I forget to breathe sometimes.
There you
That
go.
explains a lot, actually.
Yeah. Now, do they have lessons on new and used harmonicas?
Uh,
I'm only kidding.
Wow.
anyway, we're talking about guitars here.
That's true. Yeah, but going back to that one episode, you said you bought a set of harmonicas.
I did.
Used.
I got the C right here.
There you go.
Wow.
Anyhow, the membership, it looks like they only have one type of membership, and it's $240. I don't think they have
I do
a
have a
monthly one.
trial. I don't know what that. Here it says pricing. So so the most popular is Guitareo plus lessons plus songs. It's $20 a month, billed $240 a year.
Okay.
Or they have a monthly $30 pay as you go. But if
gotcha.
you just want lessons and lessons only, it is $200 for the year, or $25 a month if you want to pay as you go.
I wonder if they're one-on-one lessons.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it says guitar lessons video. I'm not sure.
They do have live Q&A sessions, student reviews, helpful community.
Okay.
They're trying to cover all skills, so everything from beginners to advanced.
Okay.
This one
Yeah,
here, am I too old to start guitar lessons?
No.
Yeah, that's what they say too.
Yeah. Not unless you're covered with dirt.
Well,
Then you might be.
it's just a quieter type of music.
That's true. Yeah, but they even teach drums. There you go. And they also singing.
Well, now a couple of the other ones that we've looked at, if you navigate around, they've covered singing as well.
I see. Okay. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I've seen some of them. Well, I think some of these websites, you have to kind of spread your wings and cover more instruments and so forth.
Now the next one, Justin Guitar. I've never used it, but I do see he's got a large following on YouTube that I always see, and a lot of people.
I've seen this guy before.
Yeah, a lot of people are pretty happy with what he does. He does have all sorts of skill level. He has, to give you an example, you can learn music theory, you can learn strumming, scales and modes, chords, arpeggios, techniques, ear training. There you go, ear training, and so on. He also has ukulele. So
Ukulele.
yeah, ukulele. That is a guitar. Well, former one. Yeah. Okay, part of a guitar.
Yeah. I'm having trouble just on his website here, trying to find a page that just kind of tells me what I get for how much. And it doesn't seem to want to give me any pricing.
Yeah, I'm noticing that because I'm sitting out here on the page too.
That's not a good sign.
Right. I kind of feel like, it's kind of trickery, right? Like,
Yeah.
We're not going to give you any prices until we at least have your email, because if you don't want to give us money, at least we can solicit to you nonstop.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
looking up a restaurant and they don't have prices on their menu, and then you get there and then you realize how expensive it is. You're like, well, I'm here, so I'm just going to eat and pay the prices. I don't care.
That is actually becoming more and more popular. Everything is now market price.
Yep.
Hmm.
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't like that they want their email address before you get any information. Especially what they do is a lot of places, not this one here, but a lot of other places, what they do is they say, oh, hey, here you can get a free finger picking type thing. Learn how to finger pick or learn how to strum or something like that. All you have to do is give me your email address, and then they give you a piece of it. And then they say, oh, hey, you want more? And then, you're into the monthly fee, or something like that, They got another thing under the sheets that they're trying to get money out of you.
Yeah, and I know that I see you have prices listed here for what it is, but again, I just spent a few minutes surfing around the site. I don't see anything that says anything about a price. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But I did find the price somewhere. I'm not sure where I found it. Probably I went to, there's probably a store page there, and I probably went there and I probably picked the $9.49, if I remember. It's probably a single piece or a single something song maybe, or I don't know. And then the higher amount is maybe a package of them.
Oh, here we go. I did go into his store, and he's got a banner here. I want to learn guitar with interactive exercises. So you get the Lessons and Songs app, $9.99 a month or $89.99 a year. Price may vary depending on location, tax, and sales.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there we go. Finally found it.
Yep.
All right. Let's. Looks like the next one on the list is another artist
Yes.
type of page.
This guy, Tim Pierce, he is very, very good. He is a recording artist. He does. He works with a lot of bands and stuff like that. His work, I've seen a lot of his work, and it is very good. I will say that. He's asking some people might consider it a higher price. I think it's $149 a year, $19 monthly, but it is worth it. If you have the time to sit down, this guy really knows his stuff. It's one of the ones I would recommend.
Well, yeah, but that's. I mean, $149 a year is just right around $12.50.
Yep.
Per month, and when you're getting something from. And here's my thing, though. If you're getting something from the actual artist, the actual person,
Yep.
You're paying $12.50, $13 a month. You're paying for his time.
Yes.
That's not unreasonable to me. Now, if he were to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to put my name on it, but everybody else is going to do all this stuff, then to me, maybe not.
Right. I mean, he has over 150 hours of lessons out there. He has 1,800 videos totaling 150 hours. That's where he gets the 150 hours worth of lessons. He has a master's class, what is what he calls it. And I've seen pieces of this, and it is very good. But here again, this is not for the beginner. This is more for the intermediate and advanced player. So that's where I would consider this type of a guitar.
Oh, I got you. So, yeah, probably not for me then.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can work up to it.
Yeah, step one, get a guitar.
Yes.
Right.
Step
you know
two,
what?
buy another guitar.
Yeah,
Is there an
step
app
3.
out there for just air guitar in the meantime?
There's got to be.
And step 3 is, anyhow, he doesn't have a mobile app because I think he does it on his own. So
Old school.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't know how much of a mobile app I really need. I mean, if you're the type of person that travels all the time, maybe.
I feel like that would be convenient, though.
It would be.
It's not everyone wants to set up their computer, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get you. But like when I play, for me, I'm downstairs 9 times out of 10, and I've got my laptop stand, and I can just open up my laptop and surf. It's just so much easier because for me, the laptop I can operate one-handed, where my phone I have to use both hands because
Right.
I mean, my phone's almost a tablet, and I can't figure out how to use it one-handed.
Well, that's why you got to get a pop socket.
Oh, yeah, but so doesn't that pop socket take away from the wireless charging, though?
Yeah, you have to take your whole case off.
Yeah. Homie, don't play that.
Okay.
Oh boy, yeah. Anyhow, let's go on to the next one. What's the next one here?
Fretboard Confidential.
This is one he's into fingerstyle and blues. So this is more of probably, I'm thinking I haven't really done a tremendous amount of research on him, but he's probably some sort of an older blues, the older I'm trying to think of some of the older names of the blues players, where they played the steel string guitars and stuff like that.
Not a whole lot. I mean, here's my thing: is that it's a very simple page, which makes me like there's not much here to this website. It's very simplistic, which I kind of like, because I don't want to get overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff. Just I want to get what I want to get.
Right.
He's only got like 5 pages to this thing.
Right, but I'd like to see more of what he has, and the pages really doesn't go into it that much. I mean, he's got a thing that says join now, but I don't want to join. I'm just going over his page and seeing what he has.
Now, the weird thing here is he has on his page, he has a blog, but the last entry was August 22nd of 2021. But the blog might have been something that he did at one point in time, and he just wasn't getting any traction from it, so he just stopped doing it. If it were me, I would just take it off the website so it doesn't look like, when I see that, all right, that just makes me think you might not be as active.
Right.
That's true. He does have a newsletter, too.
Again, put in your email if you want to get it.
Yeah, I see that.
But, I mean, $29 a month, pay monthly, cancel anytime, might be worth a shot. Because even if he's not actively creating new content, there might be some good stuff that's on there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's why I listed the site. There could be a lot of good stuff out there. So, and I'm not saying that these are sites that I just dug up and just from searching around, figuring out things,
Yeah, I mean, so far that all of them are, I mean, they look really good. I mean, and it's way more than what I would have dug up.
Right. So let's go on to the next one, Active Melody, and I have used this one too. This is another good site that I happen to like. I also recommend it. The main guy here, I don't know his name, but let me see if I can find his name. Oh, I can't even find his name. How do you like that? But anyhow, he's very active. His picture is all over the place. So the next one, we got Master Guitar Academy, and that looks like it's pretty expensive.
Hold on, what?
I think I might have made a mistake on the price there. Let me just check that out here.
I was going to say, there's no way that's right.
Is that a year?
Yeah, you're wrong. Okay, it's $199 a year, not $1,100 or $1,200 a year.
Well, I made a great profit for that purchase.
Right? I was going to be like, for professionals, by professionals.
Yes. I'm only human.
Oh,
you
no,
need
you know
someone
what
to
you did?
proofread.
I just saw what you did. You put the price of a lifetime membership down. It says right there, lifetime membership, access to all materials, $1,200.
Oh, lifetime membership, huh?
Yeah, that's the first one we've seen do that.
Yeah, that is something different.
So hold on now. Let me do some math. 1999 divided by 199. It's 10 years, ain't it? Yes, it's 10 years. So basically, if you're going to use this system religiously for more than 10 years, the lifetime membership might make sense for you.
That's true. Maybe you will, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot of money to commit to for a lifetime.
Right. But
right. Yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah. I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, he does have. He's got blues. He's got Texas blues. That's different.
He's got Christmas.
Yeah, he's got Jimi Hendrix. He's got fretboard and theory, country, funk, jazz, acoustic, and some other stuff. So that's just what he's got.
Oh, okay. So he's got a free account, 3 backing tracks, 3 backing track videos, 1 video lesson. Okay. I kind of like that because, a lot of them do like a 14-day trial. I might not have 14 days in a row to like really dig into it and validate if it's something that I'm going to use. So
True.
This is what I get for free. And then I can evaluate on my own time for that. And then You can do a monthly at 1895 is what it looks like. 50
month.
plus hours. Yeah, a month. What did I say?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you said a month. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
50 hours of lessons, monthly billing. Yeah. So that's
And-
more manageable than 1200.
That's true. Let me see. The next one would be learning guitar now. This is John. I go back. I don't know him personally, but I go back a long time listening to some of his stuff. Back when he was getting this whole thing together, this whole site. Actually, he's really good. He's progressed quite a bit during those years. I remember some of the stuff in the beginning was a little on the simple side, but it's much better now. He's a good player. Lots of stuff out here. One thing that's interesting, though, he does podcasts all the time.
I was just going to say he's got a tab on his menu bar, podcasts.
Yes, and what he does is if you subscribe via email to his site, you get the podcast, and it's got a lot of stuff. Now, what he does is he plays a solo, he plays a song, rhythm part, then he plays the solo. And then what he does is he gives you some of the rhythm, then he gives you some of the solo. And then if you want to purchase, the monthly, he tells you about the plans he has. If you want to purchase the yearly or the monthly plan, then you can get the rest of it. And you can get some more inside information about how he did it.
Yeah, and this doesn't look like a bad, you're talking $20 a month or $160 a year. If you want to learn blues and focus on blues, this looks like the place to go.
Yes, it's a very good site. I will say that. He does some things like he has Eric Clapton stuff out there. He has Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff out there. Very, very good. Warren Hayes is another one that he does. He does have quite a few lessons on slide guitar. Also different tunings. Instead of standard E, you might tune to G or something, or
right.
So yeah, he just got a lot of stuff, and it's another very good site, and I would suggest it.
That one so far, I think this one is the one that interests me the most.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
The blog is worth it in itself. He goes he goes into a lot of detail, and I've even picked up a lot of stuff from him that I'm like, oh wow, that sounds really good, and then you pick up from it,
Yeah. I might check out this blog here later today. Actually,
yeah, he's got a lot of the stuff he lists on his blog is really good.
Oh yeah,
in
2008 he released his first instructional DVD. So he's been doing it for a bit.
Yeah, well, that's when I found out about him. It was around that time, 2008, and I think I might have one of his DVDs from back then.
Oh,
so, yeah, might have.
They're like mini records, but for video.
Yes, mini records. Is that what they call them? Yeah, but he is very good. He's been got lots of stuff out here that you can download. Oh, Dwayne Allman. He's got some really good stuff on Dwayne Allman. If people that don't know who Dwayne Allman is, the Allman Brothers Band.
Mm-hmm.
You talk Dwayne was a very, very melodic player. Excellent guitarist and stuff like that. But he has all different things. I'd really like to get a yearly subscription at some point to him, but I never have. I can,
Well, there you go. Put it on the old Christmas list.
Well, the thing about it is that maybe when I retire, I'll have more time. But I'm constantly on the go. I'm constantly doing things, and
right.
You sort of forget. You get home from work and you just don't feel like doing much.
I hear you.
So, yeah. So and on Saturdays and Sundays and stuff like that, I got stuff around the house I got to get done. So It's a little more difficult, but yeah, you can get. He has backing tracks for everything he does, which is really good. I think he even supplies the Guitar Pro library, Guitar Pro stuff
Hmm.
with it. I'm not 100% sure on that. Well, not on the free stuff, but
Right.
I think he might supply it on the paid stuff. Oh, he's got stuff by Billy Gibbons too. Anybody that likes ZZ Top, he does a lot of stuff. So, and I think one time I emailed him one time and he got right back to me. So,
Oh, nice. See, that's nice when they get back to you pretty quick.
yeah, I mean it wasn't like that day,
Well,
but
yeah, but
it was what I would consider fast. I mean the guy's got a lot of other people, and I'm sure he's getting email all the time.
sure. Now, let's talk about the next one, because this
sure.
one here, what is it? Blues Guitar Institute.
Yes.
Yep, that's the one. I actually just went to the website, and this one just grabbed me right off the bat. When you go to it's just beautifully designed. I really like it. Just grabs you. Play music,
Right.
play the music you love. This is acoustic blues, which is
Yes.
something different, something new. I haven't seen that before. And then
Right.
the next thing it says, do you struggle to make real progress? What? How did you know? That's
Yep.
got me written. Oh, become a member. Okay, so I click the button. This is not bad. $15 a month, $100 a year.
That's not too bad. I'm gonna have to see. I think I like the one thing that he says here. Do you spend hours on the guitar without improving? Well, I mean, if you take and you pick up the guitar and don't play it, you'll never improve.
This is true. This is true. But I constantly find myself in the same 5 or 6 licks, and I try to find something new every day. But I quickly am like, oh, I'm not there yet, and I go back to what I do know, and I only know it because I've played it a bazillion times.
Right. Yeah. Now this is as you said, it's blues.
Mm-hmm.
So I might see what he's got.
Blues.
It's acoustic.
It's
It's
blues.
acoustic blues.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's more the Delta era, the older blues, or is it the newer style? Or here he's got it. Let me see.
Well, no, so he's got Hey Blues Picker.
Yep, I see that.
The very beginnings of rock and roll, country, and jazz are wrapped up in the blues. So it almost kind of sounds like that rock and roll Hall of Fame tagline,
Right. I do also like it. Well, he says, he takes you out to the knowledge base when you click on his community. So I would really like to see where it actually bring you out to the community to a forum, and you can actually ask questions about different things.
Yeah, that would be a good one to check out.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm going to check this. I'll check this one out, and I'll report back later on this one here, and let you know what I find out.
We will patiently wait.
Yeah,
It's pretty. Again, this is another very simple website. It's got the basics here and not very many pages. So
I'm just going through some of his stuff here, see if it's I mean, is it? Let me put it this way: can I actually go through it in a year? Or is it going to take me? Is it going to take me a lot longer?
yeah, I don't know, because it just says 50 plus 50 plus lessons, which is kind of the standard I've seen across most of the sites. They're 50 plus. Yep. So it's almost kind of like they put that in there when they were starting and just never updated it. Let's go ahead, and you got another one, the last one on the list there, Artistworks.
Yep.
Never heard of this one.
Yeah, this is another one. I've seen them out there. I know that they exist, but here again, I've never used them. It's supposed to be. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and here again, it's they have they have a bunch of deals right now that's going on. You can get $30 off, $60 off, or even $100
yeah, those
off.
are President's Day sales that'll probably be over by the time this goes out.
That's true. That's true. But here they got.
They are the only one out of the entire list. They are the only one that we've seen that has holiday ads. or coupons,
They have a beginner's acoustic guitar lessons, and it's a monthly is $35, and they have a video exchange. Oh, okay, 1 month with video exchange 35, 1 month without the video exchange $19, and then they go 12 months is $279.
That's a little pricey. They do have a lot: guitar, bass, piano, banjo,
Mandolin,
clarinet,
fiddle.
harmonica. There it is.
There you go.
We're going to put the band back together.
Yeah, you can put the band back together.
Okay, so the video exchange that they have, that allows you to connect directly with a master musician, get personal guidance and feedback. I don't need that. I got you. When I can't figure out how to shape a chord, I just send you a picture, and so we don't need that. We can go a little bit cheaper. But I mean, it looks like they have, it almost kind of looks like a network type thing, where it's just musicians helping musicians.
Yeah, I would say you're right, probably. But it looks like they update everything on a regular basis and stuff like that. It's not from a year or two ago.
Did you skip Yousician?
Did I skip one?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I
You
did.
You skipped Yousician. Now, okay, let's talk about this one because I've looked at this one a lot. It's cool.
Have you used it?
I really dig it. I've used. They have like a quick little sample that you can try.
Right.
And it's cool. It's a really nice simplified version, kind of like you remember Rocksmith?
Yes, I do.
Like it's like that, but so much simpler, so much easier to learn the pattern and the pauses, the timing compared to Rocksmith. But then you look at the price that they want, it's ridiculous.
What do I have down for the prices there?
$210 a year.
I guess my question is that I haven't really looked into this one that much. I mean, is it really worth it? Let me put it this way. Getting guitar lessons could cost you $30 an hour or more.
Yep. True.
So, I mean, you go maybe once a month. I mean, that makes up the price right there. So,
yeah,
they do have a family plan.
They do. It doesn't say. I'm not seeing where they're actually putting a price.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the actual prices. And again, this is really a mobile app, right? This is mobile learning, and it almost kind of makes it like a game. I think it's cool. I really do. I just don't think that it's like, I don't think I'm personally going to get the value out of it.
Yeah. It sort of looks like GarageBand, the beginning there. You see the...
Yeah. Like you get your finger's going to be, because they have one of these for piano as well. And I don't remember if it's the same one or if it's a different company. Really cool.
I think it's the same one.
Really cool. But I just don't know if I can justify the price of it, or at least give me a better trial or something.
So it's a little on the high end, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, and maybe it is good. I'm just going to say that for what I got to see of it before I had to pay for it, I didn't see the value in it. And maybe that's where they're lacking for me, is that they need to do a better job of showing me that, you need this.
Yeah, I agree. And that's with any of the sites. I mean, a lot of it is you're taking everything at face value. You really need to dig down and go into it and look at it and make sure it's right for you.
Yep. But and having the time, making sure that you're going to dedicate the time to utilize it as well.
True.
Don't go out and sign up for one of these online courses, classes, and then treat it like your gym membership. Just don't do it.
Yeah, I know. Gym memberships. Don't remind me of that.
Well, that is a really good list, I think, of different resources out there to help you learn. There's some of them on there that I'm going to look more into because they were actually kind of pretty interesting.
Yep.
But they are a little pricey, some of them.
That's true.
But hopefully you get what you pay for, because you can scour YouTube and it's free, but are you really getting anything from it?
It's hard to say. Some of the stuff you can get something out of it. You got to look to, a lot of it is just pure I'm not going to say junk. I mean, there's stuff out there. It depends on what level you are at,
Yeah.
but you got to look and choose carefully, Or actually, let me rephrase that. Choose wisely.
I think it depends everybody learns differently. I would prefer YouTube, because the ones that I've looked at so far for some of the songs that I want to learn how to play, people break it down. They do, nice and close, break it down. Then they say, okay, let's do that again. And they go back and do it again before they move on to the next part.
Right.
And I like that. I think that for me, that's a good way to learn, but everybody's different.
And some of those people that are out there doing that is to, give you exposure to them. And hopefully you're like, yeah, I really like the way that this person does this and so on and so forth. And then you port over to their website and spend the $30 a month or whatever it is.
Yep.
There's plenty of great resources
Right.
out there. You got to take the time to scour the YouTubes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's wrap this episode up. It's getting a little long, and I'm sure some of our listeners are already asleep, which might be a good thing because they're going to have to click on it again, which gives us another listen count and makes us feel really good about what we do. I think next week we have a topic that's actually really interesting.
Very interesting.
We've had this conversation before. I'm a huge fan of humbucker pickups.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. I thought you were just joking.
No,
Oh.
we weren't going to talk about how fish farts. We weren't going to do that. We weren't able to get through the episode of underwater basket weaving. So we had to go with pickups. And, what's the difference between single coil, humbucker? Do they sound the same? What's the difference? Are you getting any value? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
I like it. We'll get more into it on the next episode for sure. If you have any different tools that you like to use, let us know. If you have any show topics, let us know, or don't. You know how to reach us. There's only two ways to do it. Either pandemicguitar@icloud.com. Yes, that's the old-fashioned email. And Instagram, you can direct message us at pandemicguitar. That's it. You can't call me. You can't send me a snail mail. You can't do any of that. But you can email and you can Instagram. Until next week, I'm Tim. That's Rick. Amanda is right over there or down there on the screen.
Right, but they can't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Use your
But it's fun to say it.
imagination.
Yeah, well, one of these days maybe we'll start doing video, but you can't wear the Gibson shirt until
Yeah.
they give us the monies.
All right.
All right, everybody, I am going to hit that stop record button because I'm going to have to edit all of this nonsense out.
All of it.
Yep.
See everybody in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.